Hey everyone, welcome to your practice. My name is Molly, and today we're going to be doing a 20 to 30 minute feel good, full body, mellow embodied flow. So that being said, grab whatever props you need. You could have a bolster, a pillow, you could have a couple blocks, anything to bring ease into your practice, bring the ground up to you, find some space. Also take a minute to set up your space. If you want to put on some music or light a candle, that might be nice. And today's going to be all about familiar poses, but exploring within them. So as always, if you want to do something different than what I cue, by all means, feel into what your body wants to do and let it feel good. Before we get started, I wanted to mention, if you're interested in combining your yoga practice with fitness, I'm also a physical therapist, and I love programming strength and conditioning in a way that's really balanced, effective, and then enjoyable and sustainable in my life. I have a free trial, I'll link it below, to my app, and then after that it's really affordable and you'll find everything you need to combine fitness with yoga and just feel really well-rounded, so check it out. All right, we're gonna get started in a child's pose. Walk your feet to the back of the mat, bring your knees out wide, big toes to touch in the center, and then take your time lowering your upper body down towards the ground. Eventually, maybe your forehead rests onto the mat or onto a block. Arms can be relaxed here. You don't have to straighten them all the way. Close your eyes down and take 3 breaths to arrive here. Seal your lips and inhale fully in through your nose. Exhale softly and completely out of your nose. Signaling to your body, to your mind, to your energy that you're practicing yoga now. You're meeting yourself here, finding presence, finding space, embodiment, and letting this be a ritual. Revisiting this as much as you have time for in your week, and let it be a rhythm, knowing that even if you approach this class every day, it will look different every day, it will feel different every day. We're here to learn what that looks like in our own bodies. One more inhale in, and a soft exhale out. You can close your eyes still, or you can blink them open. Walk your hands over to the right. Take a side child's pose. Still glue your left hip bone down by your left heel. Breathe into the left lung. Inhale. And exhale, walk your hands through center and over to the left. Right hip stays grounded. Right pinky finger stretches long. Breathe into the right rib cage. Inhale. And exhale through center. Inhale, walk over to the left. Take a big breath in. Side body stretch. And exhale through center. Inhale over to the left. Lengthen through the right side of the body. And then one more on each side with your own breath. As you finish up, walk your hands back through center. Shift forward into tabletop, stacking shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Move through a few cycles of your cat-cow. On your inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone and your gaze up to the sky, and pull your heart through your shoulders. Exhale, tuck your chin, your chest, round your back, and curl your tailbone in. Inhale, arch your spine, cow shape. Exhale, round your spine, cat shape. So this is a very familiar pose. It's one that I do every single day. And now take a moment to explore, to do different animalistic movements or twists or side bends or spirals. Letting your body guide you today to whatever will feel good. You can linger in one spot. You can consistently or constantly move and sway. option to close your eyes to really feel into all the corners of your body. Take about 3 more breaths in your cat-cow. Final big breath in. Big breath out. Walk your hands a giant step forward to the top of the mat, nice and wide. And then gently lower your hips and your belly down to the mat. Tent your fingertips so there's space underneath your palm. Push down into the tops of your feet, elbows point up to the sky. Oscillating cobra. Engage your quads, and on an inhale, push through your fingertips as you engage the back body to lift your heart and your belly up. And exhale, roll back down, pelvis, belly, rib cage, chest. Make it smooth and fluid. Inhale as you lift up. Stay active to protect the low back, but again, find some fluidity, so nothing too structured or tense. Continue to wave the spine up and down. As you inhale, see if you can lift your heart a little more forward and a little higher. And exhale, see if you can feel each part of your body lower back down to the mat. Good, one more lift. This time we're gonna take some twists. So on your exhale, drop your right shoulder towards the center of the mat and gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale back through center. If your fingertips are getting tired, you can plant down onto your palms. Exhale, twist to the right, dipping left shoulder low. Twisting through the upper back, your pelvis and your low back more or less is staying stable, and we're just exploring through the thoracic spine, the shoulders, the neck. Twisting left and right, move with your own breath. One more over to the right. And then one more over to the left. Good. Lower back down. Let your arms rest for a second. Maybe wiggle out your pelvis, take a little sway of the hips. Then tuck your toes, plant your hands right by your shoulders. Press up to your knees and then all the way back to downward facing dog. Keep your knees as bent as you need to lift your hips up towards the sky. Spine is nice and long, chest is pressing back towards the front of your thighs. And palms are engaged with the mat, pressing forward as you feel a little lift out of your shoulder blades. And then same fluid type of movements. On an inhale, we're gonna roll forward towards the plank. It doesn't have to be your strongest plank, doesn't have to be your most aligned plank. Exhale, bend your knees, glide your hips back. Downward facing dog. Let these movements cycle into each other. Inhale to roll forward, and exhale to slide back. Feeling your legs and your arms active, your core is active, but your breath lets you find some sense of ease and fluidity and exploration. Again, treating this practice like a ritual that you return to, open and new each time. Last one, finish up. Good, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Take as many steps as you need to get there, landing in Uttanasana, forward fold. And then roll up the spine one segment at a time. Your upper body and your head is gonna stay really, really heavy. Push down through your feet. Start to stack your pelvis on top of your femur bones, and then your low back, mid back, upper back and shoulder blades. Your neck and shoulders and head are the last to unfurl. And then on an exhale, hinge your hips back. heart cascades down into your fold. Okay, let your arms be heavy and your head be heavy. Take your circle chair a few more times at your own pace. You can go straight down the middle. You could explore coming up one side and then the other side. If you find that you're holding any tension, make your movement smaller. Find somewhere that feels safe and good. And also just breathe, release any tension. Let your body be supple. Big exhale to sigh it out. Come to stand one more time. Bring your feet out wider. Toes are pointing outwards, heels are in. And then squat low. You can come to a squat or a goddess. Bend your knees, place your hands on your thighs. And then you can shift side to side. You could always sink lower into malasana or stay up in your goddess shape. Maybe twisting in one direction and then the other. So here, explore your hips, your inner thighs, your feet, your spine and shoulders. Three more breaths. So either stay where you are or shift into the next pose if you want to transition from goddess down to malasana. One more inhale for a lengthened spine. And exhale. We'll all meet in our malasana. Sink your hips low. You can always have a prop underneath your bottom. Plant your hands down on the mat and step your left foot back. Point your right toes forward, and you can wiggle your right foot wherever you want it. We're finding Anjaneyasana half splits, low lunge. So on an inhale, drop your hips low. Bring your left hip forward and engage your glutes slightly. Bring your arms up to the sky. Fingertips float upwards. Now we're taking half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. So on your exhale, find a little straighten into the front legs, sweep your arms back, or they can be on the ground on blocks. Rebend into your right knee. Arms sweep up, low lunge. Exhale, swim your arms back into your half splits. This flossing of the hips is probably something you've done a million times. It's great. Make it yours today. In your body, explore. You can also stay still. Let's do about 2 more breaths. Feeling a nice stretch in the hip flexors and the quads. And then into the hamstrings as well. Good. Step your left foot forward. Switch it out. Right foot comes back. Lower your back knee down. Wiggle your left toes to wherever they need to go. Engage your right glute. Drop your hips low and float your arms up. Anjaneyasana. Arch through the spine if you'd like. If it feels good, it doesn't need to look a certain way. And exhale, half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Arms sweep back behind you or onto the ground as you straighten your front leg. Move back and forth between these two shapes. It's also nice if you keep your hands on the ground the whole time in your low lunge and then walking back to your half splits. Lots of options. Let's take about 2 more breaths. Good. As easily as you can, step your right foot forward and come down onto your bottom. Still facing the front of the mat, we're gonna lower down onto our backs. Use your arms for support as you lower your spine, your shoulders, and the back of your skull. Walk your heels in towards your bottom. Kneecaps are pointing up towards the sky. Inhale, expand through the torso with breath. Exhale, engage your core, engage your glutes. Take a bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. You can walk your shoulder blades underneath your body a little bit. We're just holding for about 5 breaths. Invite a feeling of stability and of ease here. Feel your breath move in and out of your body. And lower back down. Bring your feet out wide and your knees knocked in towards the center to touch. And then take a little windshield wiper, dropping your knees over to the right and then over to the left. A gentle release for the low back, gentle exploration of internal and external rotation of the hips. Whatever pace feels good for you. We're slowing down. Option to close your eyes if that brings you back into your body more for the last couple minutes of class. Knees drop to the right one more time. And over to the left one more time. Back through center. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And then keep them stacked. Drop them to the right. Take a supine twist. Left knee is stacked on top of right. Left arm extends out to the side and your gaze can follow it. Try to stay heavy through the left shoulder. And feel like you're revolving open from above the navel. So again, that upper thoracic spine and the mid-back, while your left pelvis, your left hip bone stays pointed towards the right side. Breathe up and down the length of your spine. Final breath in here. Exhale. Hug your knees in towards your body and then roll them the other way. Over to the left. Right knee is stacked on top and right arm extends long. Close your eyes, soften through your face, your neck, your jaw, your brow, and your temple. If you need to yawn, you can yawn. If you need to sigh, you can sigh. One more big breath in, full and complete to the top. And exhale, let it go. Roll back through center. Wrap your arms around the front of your shins or the back of your thighs. Inhale, bring your forehead up towards your knees. Hold at the top of your breath. And exhale, release into your Shavasana of choice. Just for a few moments here. Extend your legs out long or keep them bent, or butterfly pose. Hands can be turned up to the sky or palms down on your body. Just a moment of silence and stillness here. exploring anything that comes up. You can stay in your Shavasana longer if you have the time. Otherwise, roll onto a side, keeping your eyes closed if you can. And then come up into your seat of choice, whatever is most comfortable for you. Take a few seconds to wiggle around, any final movements that might feel good in your body. And then land in your seat. Crown of the head tugs upwards and pelvis sinks lower, heavier. Feel your breath move from your nostrils, the back of your throat, into your lungs and down into your belly and the sides of your waist. And then let it recede gently. Two more times. Trace your breath in and out. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your palms to touch in center. You can have your thumbs at your third eye or your heart center. And take a gentle bow forward. Gratitude for the practice, for just a pocket of space to meet yourself here, and the ability to do this with mindful repetition, mindful ritual. Let this practice become a healthy rhythm for you. That can start here, that can start anywhere. You can wrap your hands along your arms or your legs and start to slowly blink your eyes open. Notice how you feel. See if there's anything else you want to finish up with. I hope you feel great. I hope you know this is a practice that you can return to every single day, and you will learn more about yourself. You will sense how to embody yourself and kind of tune into your energy and your mindscape and all sorts of good things. So please revisit this class as much as you want. I hope you feel great. Share it with others, and I will see you next time.